I'm looking for a job. In fact, I've made up my mind to find a career that I can learn and grow into. And I'm thinking, television news might just be something I love, as well as something I happen to be good at.
So I wanted to start off by talking to you about your character.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a lot of prep that went into this. Aside from the physical changes, what did you have to do to get into Lou's mind? Like, how did you get into his state of mind?
When I first read the screenplay, there were all these references to coyotes, you know, and so that was like the biggest inspiration for me. When I sat down with Dan Gilroy and we talked about the script before, you know, I was deciding whether I was going to do it, and we talked a lot. He told me this idea of Los Angeles being this massive metropolis, and on the edges of this metropolis, like if you looked at it from a bird's eye view or from space, the edges were so sharp from the metropolis and they ended into this wild, like, darkness. And then at night, in particular, these animals come in from the dark, you know, these coyotes and, you know, all different kind of, but particularly coyotes. They're kind of around, searching, hungry, trying to find things. And I just thought of Lou as a coyote. And then from there, we just started to think about his mentality and how he approached people and why, and then his physical sort of transformation came from there.
I'm starting a TV news business.
You, get back!
I film breaking stories. Maybe you saw my item this morning with fatal carjacking.
So the film deals a lot with morals and ethics, you know, the choice to either help or keep shooting.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously know how he feels about it. Do you think that makes him good or bad? Or, like, what is your take on him?
My take on him is that he's a product of a generation, you know, our product. Lou is born out of, you know, our need for a certain type of information. I speak for myself in that, and probably a number of other people. What is that drive, that desire to look up a piece of information, you know, or look at a violent piece of footage, or what is that thing? What drives us? Why do we want to look into other people's lives? What is all of those questions? I think Lou is a product of that. And, you know, behind Lou is Nina, Rene Russo's character, who facilitates all that stuff and pays him for that.
Think of our newscast as a screaming woman running down the street with her throat cut.
Behind Nina are the bigwigs at the station who tell Nina they need this or that to have ratings. And then behind those guys are the audience and the people wanting that stuff because they're watching it. As much as people throughout this process have come to me and said, oh, that's so creepy at different times, and I go, can I ask you, how often have you slowed down at an accident scene? Sure. And I think that's the product. That's what Lou is. Lou is something we've created.
I want something people can't turn away from.
911, what's your emergency?
We want all of it.